I'm meteorologist Rod Hill, tracking two things this morning. Number one, this potential winter storm coming in Thursday night into Friday morning. Number two, we have an impact alert up this morning for cold temperatures out the door. 27 in Portland, but the wind chill is closer to 20 degrees.
We had no idea that so many people would care about what we do.
The Skamania County search and rescue team lost thousands in stolen gear during their busiest season, but now, thanks to the community, they're back in action.
For those of you in Clark County, it's the last day to mail in or drop off your ballot for the special election. I'll break down what you need to know.
I am very comfortable. Well, I want you to be more comfortable. Take the robe off. Call it a Valentine's Day getaway for Rod and I. A bromantic adventure at what's known as the Wine Spa in Northeast Portland. We will explain why there is no other place like this in the country. Coming up a little bit later this hour as KGW News at Sunrise continues rolling on.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday here. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. We are starting out very cold this morning, so we have Rod and Chris on board right now with a look at today's weather impact alert.
Yeah, impact alert this morning up until about 10 a.m. just for the cold weather. So we want to make sure you're aware, and if you're going to be spending some extended time outdoors this morning, make sure you're bundled up. It's one of the colder starts that we've had. Now, PDX at 29 degrees. On this map, everybody's in the 20s, and we now have some low 20s. Battleground 22, Scappoose, good morning, you are at 22. There's enough of an east wind where it feels like it's more around 20 degrees for many of us. It's 29 in Salem, 26 in Kaiser, 25 degrees out in Estacada this morning. So again, the impact alert up for the cold temperatures through about 10 a.m. At noon, we'll be well above freezing. It will be a sunny, clear sky day, 37. A chilly east breeze and temperatures doing well just to get up to about 40 or 42. So that's still pretty good coat weather even this afternoon. Here's Chris.
Well, at least we got the sunshine. Thanks for that, Rod. Let's get you out the door and south out of Clark County. There's the live look at SR 14. And of course, this southbound commute heading over the interstate bridge, that's still in pretty good shape. Door number 2 will take you down to Wilsonville, northbound I-5 getting busier, but so far no problems there. And over on the west side, Highway 26 out near 217. No problems there either. Guys, the freeway drive right now is still in pretty good shape.
All right, thank you, Chris. Today is the deadline to return your ballot and vote in the special election in Washington.
So among nearly a dozen resolutions, there are 4 replacement levies for the largest school district in Clark County. Our Ashley Grams joins us from the election office in Clark County to walk us through what we need to know here. Ashley?
Yeah, Drew, China, good morning. Those largest school districts with levies on the ballot are Evergreen, Battleground, and Vancouver. Now, if those pass, they would replace the current levies when they expire. There are also some smaller districts with levies on the ballot as well. And while there are about 10 resolutions, voters, will only see 1 or possibly 2 issues on their ballot depending on where they live. Voter pamphlets went out in the mail at the end of January, but if you need to take another look at the issues, you can do that online. Once you fill out the ballot, you'll need to have it postmarked today, or you can leave it in a drop box. Now, Clark County says they are making some changes this time around to ensure that ballots left in drop boxes are protected. During the presidential election back in November, hundreds of ballots were destroyed after a drop box in Clark County was set on fire.
We've installed a much more capable fire suppression device in each of the ballot drop boxes. Each of those ballot drop boxes now have a new and improved, a much better fire suppression device than what we were using previously.
Now, Greg Kimsey, the Clark County auditor that you just heard from there, said they've also changed up their ballot pickup schedule. So they pick up ballots from those drop boxes every day at 3 o'clock. Now, if you want to make sure that your ballot did make it to the elections office, you can always call them, or you can track the status of your ballot online. Drew, China.
Ashley, thank you. In Salem, House Republicans are pushing to change Oregon's sanctuary state law. So if passed, House Bill 3551 would allow law enforcement agencies in Oregon to work with federal authorities to identify and remove illegal immigrants who have been convicted of certain crimes. This includes violent felonies, Class A misdemeanors, and felony sex crimes. The current law restricts state and local government agencies from assisting federal immigration enforcement efforts.
Oregon and Washington are both joining a multi-state lawsuit against the Trump administration's attempt to cut billions in medical research funding provided by the National Institutes of Health, also known as NIH. So those cuts are aimed at what's called indirect research, including lab, faculty, infrastructure, and utility funding. The lawsuit argues that these actions halt research into curing and treating diseases and abruptly cuts funding that was already committed. More than $400 million in NIH-funded projects are underway in Oregon alone, supporting about 5,000 jobs. OHSU could lose $80 million in funding that supports research and clinical trials. Oregon's Attorney General Dan Rayfield said in a statement, quote, "It is clear this administration has no concern for the well-being of Americans, especially those who rely on this research to improve their quality of life and protect their health." On Monday, a federal judge temporarily halted this new policy. Coming up this week on Straight Talk, Stephanie Domerat sits down with the new interim president of OHSU. They're going to discuss funding concerns, among other topics. You can check that out Saturday at 6:30 p.m.
And Portland has a brand new city council, and tonight KGW is helping you get to know the new councilor. So tonight at 6 on our TV app KGW Plus, we are streaming the second of the Portland City Club's Get to Know Your City Councilor series. You'll meet the 3 councilors for District 4 that represent Portland's west side and parts of southeast Portland. So watch the stream live tonight on KGW Plus at 6 and look for events from the other districts in the coming weeks. A delivery of new equipment has arrived for the Skamania County Sheriff's Office search and rescue team. Now, this happened after thieves stole all of it back in December. The team says the thieves cut through a fence and stole thousands of dollars in gear from their trailers.
And this theft meant that we weren't able to go and do what we needed to do. We didn't have the ropes we needed. We didn't have the swift water equipment that we needed to go and do swift water rescues. We didn't have the equipment we needed to do a lot of the high-risk emergency situations that we find ourselves in.
And thanks to donations from the community, the team raised more than $73,000 and has replaced all the stolen equipment and upgraded some old gear as well. They also added new security measures to keep everything secure.
All right, warming shelters opened up around the Portland area because of the freezing temperatures overnight and into this morning.
So temperatures could be near 25 degrees overnight for the next several days here. Thomas Schultz joins us from a warming shelter in the Pearl District. How's it looking out there, Thomas?
Well, Drew and China, all morning long, we've been seeing people come in and out of the shelter. We also actually just spoke to some volunteers who have been shuttling people to shelters like the one behind us. They say they've shuttled 30 people so far this morning. And this one here in the Pearl District is one of 3 Multnomah County shelters open currently. There's 2 others. One, Cook Plaza in Gresham, and the other, Hollywood Shelter in Northeast, are also open. All 3 sites are also open to pets and accessible for people with disabilities. And Multnomah County opens centers when temperatures are forecasted to drop down to 25 degrees or below, or when temperatures drop to 32 degrees with 1 inch or more of rain or the chance of at least an inch of snow over a 24-hour period.
We make these decisions day by day, and the reason why we want to do that is because this way we have the most accurate forecast through which we can make decisions.
These shelters are open through noon today, though it is possible they'll stay open even longer if weather conditions call for it. Shelters are also open in Washington, Clackamas, and Clark County. It's important to note also that TriMet is offering free rides to people who are either coming to or leaving shelters. All that they ask is that those riders alert the bus operators to where they're going. Now, Rod, what else are you seeing weather-wise in the Weather Center right now?
Well, Thomas, thank you for that live report. One thing I want to point out is we have an east wind that's only 5 to 10 or 12 miles per hour, but that's enough to make it feel like it's 20 degrees outside. So that's the wind chill on this clear sky Tuesday morning. You need your full winter coat, gloves, hat if you're going to be out spending some extended time during your morning routine. We have an impact alert up because of the cold through 10 a.m. We're also tracking this potential winter storm. You can see it looks impressive on the satellite picture. This will be swinging up from our south Thursday morning, Thursday night into Friday morning. We'll break that down further coming up in about 10 minutes. But right now, let's get you out the door. Beautiful moonlight out there and clear skies. This is the camera from the Oregon Veterans Home camera out in the Dalles, where it is only 18 degrees with calm winds. There are east winds blowing to about 25 in the west end of the gorge. Here are the temperatures here in the valley this morning. Battleground now down to 21 degrees. Scappoose close to 22. Downtown Portland 28. Wilsonville 27. Good morning to you folks out in McMinnville. You are at 26 degrees. Down in Albany it's 27, and our capital city's at 29. Wind chill makes it feel like it's closer to 20. In fact, the wind chill factor out along the Columbia River right now, 18 in Troutdale at the airport and 19 out at PDX. Feels like it's 18 down in Eugene. Feels like it's, no, my goodness, 19 below zero is the wind chill out in Baker City. You are in the single digits actual air temperature. Feels like it's 2 below out in Burns. This will be a cold day out east. A lot of you will struggle just to get out of the 20s this afternoon. All right, for the valley. We just need to get past about 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. Again, we have the alert up for the cold temperatures, but later today with sun, I mean, not overly warm, but at least hitting 40 or better. East winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Southwest Washington numbers are similar. This shows Battleground at 41, and then another cold, hard freeze coming up overnight tonight to begin your Wednesday morning. Here are the other temperatures, and look out east with me at 3 o'clock. Only 19 in Baker City. Wow. 24 in Bend. We should be at least getting up to 40 for the most part, coast and valley here on the west side. And our 7-day forecast, the impact alert up this morning for the cold through 9 or 10 a.m. Same thing tomorrow morning, both days sunny, getting up to 40. And there's the storm that we're tracking. Developing snow Thursday, could become a mix of freezing rain or snow Thursday night into Friday morning. More on this coming up in about 10 minutes, as I mentioned. The weekend is back to normal. It's just rain developing on Saturday and rain at times on Sunday and Monday. Chris McGinnis joins me at 10 o'clock this morning as we do a live weather forecast chat about the potential storm on Thursday and Friday. You can watch us live on Fire TV, Roku, and Apple TV. That's at 10 a.m. this morning.